Hey, what is up YouTube? Chalice out here, and I'm coming at you with deck number 4 in my series of 6 deck lists. This one is going to be World Chalice, as you can probably tell, with the Leave the World Chalice Fairy and Imduk right there. So, without further ado, let's get started. This is the only deck I main more than 2 hand traps in, so with that being said, we're going to get started. You have 3 copies of Lee. Sorry, I'm tired. It is 1 something in the morning for me. 3 copies of World Chalice. Well, World Legacy World Chalice. And you run 2 copies of Guard Dragon. Don't want to run more, really, but you also don't want to run less. And then you have 1 copy of each Crowned by the World Chalice, Beckoned, and Chosen. Chosen's a psychic, so it's really easy. It's really nice for you to use E-Telly on. The other 2 are just normal monsters for you to be able to summon. And that is it for your World Chalice monsters in the main deck. After that, you have your 3 copies of Venus and your 3 copies of Shine Ball. And this allows you to combo off a little bit for your Link plays, as some of your Link monsters require normal monsters for the Links. So, then you have 3 copies of Exodius, the Ultimate Forbidden Lord. He allows you to recycle your Shine Balls and everything in your extra deck. So if my friend actually found out the hard way that this can just reset my deck and allow me to continue going, I will lose a ton of life points, but I am also not going to be going down without a fight. So, I have actually shuffled in all but like 2 cards of my extra deck that I didn't summon, just so that I could go off again. Because this deck will go through almost your entire extra deck in 1 turn if you do it correctly. Next, you have 1 Gamma Seal, and you want to actually summon him to your side of the field with Firewall and have Kyoto Waterfront activated, because I have 2 copies of... Well, I run 1 copy of Waterfront, 1 copy of Gamma Seal. So, for your hand traps, 2 Ghost Ogre, 1 Mexi, and 2 Effective Ailer. I don't have the money for Ash Blossoms. Last time I used Ash Blossoms, I was borrowing them from a friend. This deck has topped my locals 1 time in 1st place. The other time I used it, it was in 2nd place. So, next you have... I actually run a different engine than most. You have 3 Orpheus Scorpio, 1 Darling Cobra. These are actually very helpful for searching out your Brilliant Fusions on turn 1, and they can allow you to go into a Link 3. So, had to think of how to say it. And then you have Lazuli, of course, for your Seraph Knight play. And Lazuli's effect, I said it back in the Gem Knight video, if you guys would like to watch that. But not many people are interested in Gem Knights right now. However, Lazuli's effect, if it is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target 1 normal monster in your graveyard, add that target to your hand, so you can pretty much recycle a Shine Ball without summoning Exodius. Also, one thing I forgot to mention about Exodius. Exodius's effect is not a hard once per turn, so you can summon it as many times as you can get it in your hand. And that is it for the monsters in the main deck. We are on spells now, so you're going to have your 3 Brilliant Fusion, your 1 World Legacy's Heart, 1 Transmodify, 1 E-Telly, 1 Unexpected Die, because it's actually pretty helpful in this deck, 1 Kyoto Waterfront, and 1 Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial is really just to thin out your deck, get cards to your grave, so that you have a higher chance of drawing into the cards you need off of Ningirsu. Speaking of Ningirsu, we're going to the extra deck now. you have 2 of Mduk and 2 Link Spider because I like going in for the extra link. 1 Proxy Dragon, 1 Ebe, if I can set her face up, 1 Arum, 2 copies of Trigate Wizard, 1 Ningirsu, 1 Gaia Saber. Reason Gaia Saber is in a different sleeve is I'm borrowing it from a friend right now. 1 Decode Talker, 2 Firewall Dragons, which I actually have proxied right now. When I went to the tournament, I did borrow from one of my friends there at the tournament. So, and 1 Seraphonite. So, that's the World Chalice deck. It makes it pretty easy to use, pretty fun to use. It's a great competitive deck, honestly. So, with that being said, I will bid you guys good night, goodbye, have a great day, and I will be coming at you with the next 2 deck lists here shortly, with Trickstar and Zodiac, to finish off this deck list series. Have a great night.